The World Baseball Classic is an excellent opportunity for baseball fans to watch some of the world's best players from outside of Major League Baseball for the first time. With the WBC just a few short weeks away, I figured I would put together a list of my top 10 players to watch from outside of MLB. For this list, I will be considering only players that are not currently on a 26-man MLB roster, so don't expect to see the newly signed Boston Red Sox, Masataka Yoshida, or any other MLB players on the list. However, prospects and former major leaguers are eligible for my list. Without further ado, let's get into it. At number 10, I have a familiar name, Yoenis Cespedes of Cuba. Cespedes had a very successful 8-year major league career where he was a 2-time All-Star, 2-time Home Run Derby champion, and took home a Gold Glove in 2015 along with a Silver Slugger in 2016. Cespedes was one of the most entertaining stars in the game, even if it was for a short period of time. His otherworldly arm strength and flair for the dramatic made him a household name, and his second-half heroics in 2015 will hold a special place in the hearts of Mets fans forever. Cespedes' MLB career came to an abrupt end after he infamously fractured his ankle in an incident with a wild boar at his ranch, and then only playing 8 games in the COVID-shortened 2020 season before opting out. His contract with the Mets ended, and no other team has signed him since. Cespedes, now 37, recently played in the Dominican Winter League, which was his first time playing pro ball since 2020. He struggled, batting only .188, but did manage to hit 4 homers in just 18 games. However, if I know Yo, it wouldn't shock me at all to see him go out with a bang in the WBC. Number 9, Chang-Mo Koo, Korea. Koo is a 26-year-old left-handed pitcher that plays for the NC Dinos in the KBO. Koo broke onto the KBO scene in 2020 with an undefeated 9-0 record in 14 starts with a 1.74 ERA in 93.1 innings pitched. He also tallied over a K per 9 with a total of 102 compared to just 18 walks. However, he would have his season cut short with a forearm fracture and then missed the entire 2021 season with the same injury. Koo, however, returned to ace-level performance in 2022 with a 2.10 ERA and 111.2 innings pitched. Koo also had 108 Ks compared to just 29 walks. Koo is one of the best foreign pitchers in the world when healthy, and since he just signed a 7-year extension with the NC Dinos in December, it is unlikely we will ever see him come over to pitch in the States. This could be the best look American fans have at Chang-Mo Koo. Number 8, Livan Moinelo, Cuba. Moinelo is a 27-year-old left-handed reliever that pitches for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks of the Nippon Professional Baseball League in Japan. Moinelo pairs a mid-90s fastball with one of the most devastating curveballs in the entire world, registering regularly at over 3,000 RPM. He also has a solid slider and changeup to round out his arsenal. Moinelo has been one of the premier back-end relievers in the NPB since 2019, but moved to a more permanent closer role in 2022, in which he recorded 24 saves along with a 1.03 ERA in 52 2/3 innings with 87 strikeouts. Moinelo almost certainly has the talent to be a high-end reliever on an MLB roster, however he remains in Japan since he has not defected from Cuba. Moinelo will lead a nasty trio of Cuban NPB relievers at the back end of their bullpen, and I, for one, am very excited to see what he can do on the world stage. Number 7, Harry Ford, Great Britain. Harry Ford is a 20-year-old catcher that is the 64th ranked prospect according to Baseball America and the number 1 prospect in the Seattle Mariners organization. Ford was drafted with the 12th pick in the 2021 MLB Draft out of North Cobb High School in Georgia, but will represent Great Britain due to both of his parents being born there. In the WBC qualifiers in September, Ford hit .455 with 3 home runs and 8 RBI to help Great Britain qualify for its first ever WBC. Along with his international success, Ford had an impressive second season in pro ball at the Single-A California League, where he hit .274 with 11 homers, 65 RBIs, and 23 stolen bases. Ford had an .863 OPS in 104 games, while also throwing out a respectable 27% of runners. Ford will likely be the main bright spot for a lesser Great Britain team that is in a pool with the US, Mexico, Canada, and Colombia. It should be exciting to get an up-close look at the future Mariner backstop. Number 6, Alfredo Despaigne, Cuba. Despaigne is a power-hitting 36-year-old outfielder and DH. He has played 19 seasons of pro ball between the Cuban National Series and the NPB, where he has spent the last 9 seasons. He has hit 443 career homers, along with a .308 career batting average and a .972 career OPS. Despaigne also holds the all-time individual WBC home run record with 7 across the last 3 tournaments. The veteran might not be the player he once was, but Despaigne was able to hit 16 homers in 110 games in 2022, and I had to show some respect to this WBC legend. Similarly to Cespedes, I don't expect Despaigne to go out without making some noise this March. Number 5, Sal Frelick, Italy. Frelick is a 22-year-old center fielder who is the number 2 prospect in the Milwaukee Brewers system and the number 34 prospect in all of baseball, according to Baseball America. Frelick was drafted out of Boston College with the 15th pick in 2021 and has immediately impressed at the plate across all levels of minor leagues. In his first full season of pro ball, he reached AAA, hitting .331 with 11 homers and 59 RBI, along with 24 bags and an OPS of .883 in 119 games across 3 levels. I would not be surprised to see Frelick get the call to Milwaukee at some point in 2023, so the WBC could be a good taste of things to come for Brewers fans. Italy has a history of showcasing future stars as young players in the WBC, with both Anthony Rizzo in 2013 and Brandon Nimmo in 2017. Both Italy and the Brewers hope Frelick can turn out just as well. Number 4, Jung-Ho Lee, Korea. The grandson of the Wind is the reigning MVP of the KBO and looks to lead Korea out of Pool B. Lee is a 24-year-old center fielder who plays for the Kiwoom Heroes and has absolutely dominated the KBO since entering the league as an 18-year-old in 2017. Across 6 seasons, Lee has slashed .342, .407, .495, along with a .902 OPS. Lee also saw an uptick in his power numbers in 2022 with a career-high 23 home runs. He is also an elite defender, having won 5 consecutive Gold Gloves in center. It has already been announced that Lee will be posted by Kiwoom after this season, and MLB teams will have an opportunity to sign him. Expect his free agency to be highly competitive, and this WBC will provide Lee with an opportunity to showcase his talents to MLB scouts and general managers. I expect Lee to be especially motivated to put on a show. Number 3, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Japan. Japan will have by far the best rotation in this WBC, with both Yu Darvish and Shohei Ohtani in the fold. However, the true reason for this elite rotation being the unquestioned best in tournament lies with the number 2 and 3 picks on my list. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is a 24-year-old right-handed pitcher for the Oryx Buffaloes in the NPB, and he has been the best pitcher in the league for the past few seasons. His pitch mix consists of a fastball that sits in the mid-90s but can top at 99, to go along with an elite splitter and a cutter and curveball. He has led the NPB in strikeouts the past 3 seasons and has won the pitching triple crown in the last 2. Yamamoto went 18-5 with a 1.39 ERA in 193 2/3 innings with 206 Ks in 2021, and backed it up in 2022 by going 15-5 with a 1.68 ERA in 193 innings with 205 strikeouts. His efforts earned him back-to-back Sawamura Awards, which is the NPB equivalent to the Cy Young Award, along with back-to-back Pacific League MVPs. He also helped Oryx capture the Japan Series title in 2022. Just like Jung-Ho Lee, it is expected that Yamamoto will attempt to make the jump to MLB after the 2023 season, so the WBC can act as a launching pad. Scouts consider Yamamoto a full grade better than the new Mets starter Kodai Senga, and the bidding war for his talents is expected to be extremely competitive next offseason. I believe Yamamoto is the best pitcher in the world not currently on an MLB roster. I am very excited to watch Yamamoto go up against the stars from Team USA and the Dominican Republic. Number 2, Roki Sasaki, Japan. If Yamamoto is the best, Roki Sasaki may just be the most exciting pitcher in the world not on an MLB roster. Sasaki is just 21 years old and is a right-handed pitcher for the Chiba Lotte Marines in the NPB. Sasaki made headlines worldwide in April of 2022 when he threw a perfect game with 19 strikeouts and then threw 8 perfect innings with 14 strikeouts in his very next start. Sasaki has an average fastball of 99.5 miles per hour to go along with a devastating 91-mile-an-hour splitter, along with 2 breaking balls that he mixes in occasionally. Sasaki went 9-4 in 20 starts in 2022 and pitched to a 2.02 ERA in 129 2/3 innings. In that limited innings, he struck out 173 batters, good for an otherworldly 35.5% strikeout rate, almost a full 8% higher than Yamamoto. Despite slightly less accolades and statistical success, I put Sasaki ahead of Yamamoto due to his age and the almost mythological story surrounding Sasaki. I personally cannot wait to see him face the world's best hitters. It is unclear if Sasaki has a desire to come over and play in the States, but you can expect if and when Sasaki decides to come over, the bidding war will be as big as we have ever seen. Number 1, Munetaka Murakami, Japan. Taking the top spot on this list is the man that came closest to Aaron Judge's level of production in the 2022 season. Murakami, in just his age 22 season, launched 56 home runs for the Tokyo Yakult Swallows, breaking Sadahara O's single-season home run record for a Japanese-born player. The third baseman won his second straight Central League MVP and had a ridiculous 1.168 OPS to go along with a slash line of .318, .458, and .711 in 2022. Getting the opportunity to watch Murakami and Shohei Ohtani in the same lineup is unbelievably exciting, and I am really looking forward to see how Murakami handles Major League pitching. Murakami just signed a 3-year extension that stipulates he will be posted after the 2025 season, so expect him to be joining an MLB team in time for his age 26 season, which would be younger than both Ichiro and Hideki Matsui when they came over to the States. In the meantime, the WBC will be the best chance for fans on this side of the globe to get a glimpse at the legend of Munetaka Murakami. So that is my list of the top 10 players to watch from outside MLB in this WBC. What do you guys think? Who are you most excited to see play in this WBC? Leave a like and a comment, and please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. Also, please check out my Instagram at M6ColdDesigns, where I post graphic design content. I have made several World Baseball Classic pieces and will be posting many more throughout the tournament. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.